Crypto and digital assets in 2025 are not the same world we saw just a few years ago. If you've been wondering what's new, what's changing, and what's actually worth paying attention to this year, this video will break it all down for you in a simple, honest, and hype-free way. Whether you're a beginner or you've been in the space for years, understanding these shifts can help you get ahead, stay safe, and recognize real opportunities before the crowd does. So let's dive into what's really happening in the crypto world right now. The first major change we're seeing in 2025 is how much more mature the crypto market has become. Just 5 years ago, the space was filled with wild speculation, meme coins popping out of nowhere, and constant news of hacks, rug pulls, and scams. That still exists, of course. Speculation never disappears, but the tone of the market has shifted. Big institutions, regulated platforms, and government frameworks have now shaped crypto into something more familiar and more responsible. Investors are no longer betting on random tokens hoping for a 1,000% pump. Instead, they're focusing on established digital assets, blockchain utility, and long-term value. At the center of this maturity is the continued rise of Bitcoin as a mainstream financial asset. Bitcoin in 2025 is treated far more like digital gold and less like a high-risk speculative toy. More countries, banks, and financial institutions have integrated it into their portfolios, giving it a stability that simply didn't exist before. Even people who never wanted to touch crypto are now considering Bitcoin as a small part of their savings or retirement strategy. And because of that shift, the price movements feel more stable, less emotional, and more aligned with broader economic trends. But Bitcoin isn't the only digital asset getting attention. Ethereum continues to dominate the smart contract landscape, especially with improvements in speed, cost, and energy efficiency. What's important in 2025 is not just ETH as a token, but the entire ecosystem built around it. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, has become a much bigger part of everyday financial life. Borrowing, lending, staking, yield farming, and decentralized exchanges have become more user-friendly and far more regulated. The days of shady interfaces and confusing processes are slowly fading away. Platforms now have better security, clearer terms, and insurance options, making them less intimidating for newcomers. One of the biggest trends worth watching this year is the growth of real-world asset tokenization, often called RWA. If you're not familiar with the term, it simply means taking real items, like real estate, art, bonds, loans, or commodities, and representing them on a blockchain as digital tokens. This trend is huge in 2025 because it solves a lot of problems with traditional finance. Tokenized assets can be traded instantly, divided into smaller pieces, and accessed by more people. You no longer need millions to invest in premium real estate or expensive assets. Tokenization has created a gateway for regular people to own shares of things that used to be limited to insiders or wealthy investors. Big companies, financial institutions, and even governments are experimenting with this model, and it's opening a brand new chapter for digital assets. Another important area to watch in 2025 is the evolution of stablecoins. These digital currencies are tied to real-world assets like the US dollar or commodities, giving crypto users a way to store value without wild price fluctuations. In the past, stablecoins were mostly used by traders moving between tokens, but today, they're becoming a serious alternative to traditional bank accounts in some parts of the world. People use stablecoins for fast international payments, small business transactions, savings, and even payroll. Governments are paying attention to this shift, and many are launching or advancing their own digital currencies, known as CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. While CBDCs are not the same as crypto, they are shaping the digital asset landscape and influencing how people think about digital money. Now let's talk about AI and crypto, a combination that's exploding in 2025. Artificial intelligence is improving trading bots, risk assessment tools, on-chain analytics, and blockchain development. New platforms are using AI to detect suspicious wallets, track market manipulation, and flag risky tokens before the damage happens. This is helping the entire industry become safer and more transparent. On the innovation side, AI-powered blockchains are emerging, aiming to optimize transaction speed, reduce costs, and automatically adjust to network traffic. Some new tokens are built around AI models, allowing decentralized networks to train and run AI in a more open and secure way. While not all of these projects will survive, this is one of the biggest fields to watch, because AI is becoming the backbone of almost every major tech advancement today. Of course, no discussion about crypto in 2025 would be complete without talking about regulation. This is a massive factor shaping what's worth watching and what isn't. Governments around the world have tightened rules around exchanges, tokens, advertising, and financial reporting. Unlike the early days of crypto, where you could buy anything anywhere with almost no oversight, the space is now far more structured. This may frustrate some people who preferred the old Wild West style of crypto, but for most investors, regulation brings confidence. When exchanges are more transparent, when risks are better explained, and when scams are punished more aggressively, the entire ecosystem becomes healthier. Even with stronger regulations, innovation is still thriving. For example, privacy-focused blockchains and zero-knowledge technology are advancing quickly. Zero-knowledge proofs allow users to verify information without revealing their personal data. This bridges an important gap between privacy and compliance. You can prove you're following the rules without exposing everything about yourself. These tools will likely become essential as the world becomes more digital and people demand more control over their personal information. Another interesting movement in 2025 is the rebirth of NFTs, but not in the old form you might remember. The hype around cartoon avatars and random JPEGs has mostly faded, but the underlying technology has found more meaningful use cases. NFTs are now being used for digital identity, access passes, membership programs, educational certificates, event tickets, gaming assets, virtual real estate, and brand loyalty systems. Big companies are adopting NFT technology without even calling it NFTs. They just integrate it into their apps to make identity, ownership, and verification easier. This quiet evolution of NFTs is one of the most overlooked trends, but it's one that will likely shape digital culture for years to come. Moving forward, one of the biggest questions investors are asking is where the real opportunities exist. With so many tokens, platforms, and tools available, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or unsure about where to start. The truth is, in 2025, the opportunities are shifting away from hype cycles and trending coins and toward long-term utility and infrastructure. Networks that offer speed, security, interoperability, and real use cases are leading the way. Projects that connect different blockchains, simplify user experiences, and help traditional companies integrate blockchain are gaining traction. These are the assets worth researching because they're solving real problems, not just creating noise. Another thing worth watching is the role of crypto in everyday life. In some regions, people use crypto to fight inflation. In others, it's a way to bypass expensive remittance fees. And in some countries, crypto is becoming a core part of small business operations. Businesses accept digital payments, freelancers get paid in stablecoins, and international transactions happen in minutes instead of days. This practical adoption is important because it shifts crypto from speculation to everyday utility, which supports long-term growth. But even with all this progress, it's important to stay realistic. Crypto is still a volatile market. Prices can move fast, trends can change overnight, and not every project will survive. The smartest approach in 2025 is to stay informed, do your own research, and focus on fundamentals rather than hype. Look at the team behind a project, the technology, the community, and the real-world problem it solves. Ask yourself whether the asset is something people will still use 5 years from now. If the answer is no, it might be better to stay away. The future of crypto is bright, but it's also evolving. The investors who succeed in 2025 are the ones who adapt, stay educated, and understand the shifts happening across the ecosystem. Crypto is no longer just a niche hobby for tech fans. It's becoming a real part of global finance, digital culture, and technological innovation. Whether you're here to invest, build, or simply stay informed, paying attention to these trends will help you navigate the space smarter and more confidently. If you want more videos breaking down crypto trends, beginner-friendly guides, or deep dives into digital assets, make sure to hit subscribe, drop a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement helps this content reach more people, and it lets me know what topics you want next. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more insights on the future of finance and technology.